And there we are. Welcome, everybody. Come on in and get comfy. Giving you a little refresher there. It seems like it was just yesterday when we played that for the first time and said, "Oh, we're starting this new show, and it's going to be really awesome." And here we are, episode 22. You guys, it's crazy, crazy.
Crazy, and I'm already tearing up. So this ought to be
It's gonna be a long one, folks. We are so thankful that you could be here with us, whether you're on live or on the replay. Honored that you're here celebrating the season 1 finale of The Breakthrough with us today. I'd like to invite you to take a minute, click the love button, click the like button, the share button, so that more people can enjoy the show with us today. Saying hi to Heather, and who's here with us and on the live video, and Princess, and everybody else that's watching with us right now. Thank you so much for sharing out the episode. I'm going to share it as well into my own community before I forget. Illuminate your spirit. So I'm going to do that really quickly. And really excited to get started today. So my name is Jessica Dugas. I'm an intuitive mentor and energy healer.
And my name is Donna Brown, and I'm a holistic wellness practitioner. And this is The Breakthrough. It's the spiritual view for your soul and mind, where we will dig deep on today's spiritual hot topics. Oh, I don't know why I'm saying that, because that's not what we're going to be doing today.
Yeah, it is.
Today, we're going to be going over some cool stuff. We're going to be having some fun, but it's still spiritual. So yes, and it's going to change your life.
That's right.
Again. Yeah.
That's right.
It is.
And I almost cried when you said this is the breakthrough. So it is going to be one of those episodes.
It is. I'm telling you. I'm already tearing up. Dadgummit.
It's crazy. So it's a season finale today, like we've been saying. And Donna, I want to chat with you for a minute. What was your favorite part about hosting the show this season?
Oh my gosh, besides all the crying. I got all the crying out. How's that? No, seriously though, to be serious. It has been an amazing journey, and I don't even know where to start. It expired. Oh, I can't even get words to come out of my mouth. Woo. It exceeded.
It was Mercury retrograde or something.
It is. It exceeded my expectations. I don't really know what I was expecting, but it went way over whatever it was that I was expecting. It's been fun. It's been inspiring. It's been heart-wrenching. It's been what's another acronym I can use there? It's taught me a lot. I've learned a lot about myself. You know, they always say that we're dealing with people, our clients, and even in talk shows like this, that people that come on, we tend to be going through the same things that our clients or our guests are going through in that moment. And I know, Jessica, you and I talked about this in the past couple of episodes, where we have had that situation where guests have come on and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm going through that right now, you know, and that was their breakthrough moment. So that's been, and it also has helped, I think, not only everybody out there, but as well as myself, to realize that there are a lot of people out there that are going through the same things. We're not alone. We all have very similar stories, and we all have, breakthrough moments, and we've all gone through a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
For you, because you were the techie guru, you had to do it all.
We're gonna see just what a techie guru I was later. I mean, the whole thing was just, first of all, I think, I mean, I'm going to be bold and speak for everybody. I think everybody kind of exceeded their own expectations of themselves during this show. I know that I did. I really like, and the other thing, and no one will be shocked that I will say this, but the synchronicities and the lack of like, we planned every episode. We knew what we wanted to talk about and that sort of thing. But as far as matching up the guests and panelists and the hot topic with the show topic and other things that we would do there, I mean, we chose everything individually. And at the end of each episode, I mean, I should have put together a reel for that. But at the end of each episode, we literally were like, this was so synchronistic, like how it all came together. And so I think, you know, coming from that standpoint, I came into doing the show just saying to Donna, I've got this idea and we just need, and like The View, but less drama. And I remember saying that and then not really knowing, you know, where this was going to lead or what we were going to do. And here we are.
Yeah, I don't think we really had it's like I said, I don't think we really had like a game plan per se. It was just kind of, you know, we had an idea, or you had an idea. We talked about the idea, and then we just started putting things together. But it was almost like it just kind of happened. You know, it was like it just kind of happened, and there it was. And then it was like, okay, wait a minute. We did everything, like you said, very piecemeal. We did everything very piecemeal, but then all of a sudden it was just like, it all comes together. And it's like, what just happened?
And then there were moments that didn't come together, but
but we winged it.
I mean, neither one of us, I mean, I've done some little things before, but neither one of us have had come into this with the experience of running anything like this on our own. And so I'm so proud of us for how much has gone into this. And just like I said, I think everybody here on the show has exceeded their own expectations. And it's and Heather saying in our little green room chat, yay to our hosts. We just appreciate you guys tuning in every week and rolling with us when we don't know what in the world we're doing or what, like, words won't come out right and everything else. So
we're blaming it on Mercury retrograde because we made fun of it a couple of episodes ago. So it's getting back. Yeah.
We're gonna not do that anymore. Just so you know, for season 2, we're not making fun of Mercury anymore because it pays us back. But I want to. I don't want to waste any time today. We've really got a lot to talk about. And we have got 4 incredible people with us today that helped us with this whole season. And that's our 4 panelists that made all 22 of our season 1 episodes so incredibly amazing. And first up, we have the guy who, and not only our first guest, but he was also representing the men on our panel. And so we want to take a minute and welcome Jamad Kelly, the empowerment coach, to our show today. He's coming, hopefully. There he is. Hey, Jamad, I'm so glad you could come on for our last episode today.
I know, and you know this is against my normal schedule, but I could not miss this party. I couldn't miss it for nothing in the world.
Look, he got snacks, drinks. We're partying over here today.
Solo talk. I
like those kinds of parties. Those are the parties I go to.
That's right. That's right.
But I'm in the green room. That's what Heather's talking about.
That's right. That's right. So this is such a bittersweet moment, Jamad. What has been your favorite part of being a panelist on the show?
My favorite part of being a panelist on the show is, one, the fact that this is the first obligation that I think I have ever met in my life, and I came every episode I was supposed to.
It's hard for us Aquarians to do that, to really knuckle down and, you know,
and really commit to something. So I'm really excited that y'all have taught me that I can stick something out through a whole season. And also, I really enjoyed those in-depth moments where I had an aha. And I said, wow, y'all have really shown me something that I needed to know about my life. Like, y'all have shown me different ways of thinking, especially getting to interact with the guests, our experts that come on and teach us and share with us and help us heal on those episodes. Those are some of my favorite moments. Of, like, I'm only on once a month, but that makes my month. That's why I come on at the first part.
Absolutely. I so agree with you. Let's move on to our next panelist that I want to bring on today. She's our resident Virgo, keeping us all grounded each episode. She's our declutter coach, consultant, project manager. Everybody, please welcome our friend Heather Clark back to the show today. Heather in the house.
Heather in the house. Go Heather.
Heather was muted.
Heather, thank you so much for making the effort to be on with us again today. What has been your favorite part of being panelist on the show?
Honestly, it's because I think I'm actually one of the ones that has been on for majority of them.
You and Jamad.
Yeah. And it has been awesome being able to actually interact with so many people from no matter what the story is, whether the story was, it was one time of a big breakthrough, whether it was like breakthroughs that were continuing and they're continuing to break through, or whatever the case would be, and whatever walks of life you were coming from as well, regardless. And I think that was the biggest aha moment for me, was just going, holy crap, you two as the host brought together all these people. And it was awesome, just for the fact of being able to listen to these stories, listen to the fact that it's like some of them, like I've got three of my top favorite ones of the episodes, and it's just like, it's amazing the things that I took away, even though I was the one asking questions, or we were all asking the guest questions and stuff, but I was like, wow, I walked away with that with so much stuff. So,
I agree. Yeah. I think we can all definitely relate to that as well. It's been absolutely a pleasure having you on the show, Heather. And we've also had another fabulous panelist on our show. And I feel like we have such amazing relationships on the show. And so we've had one panelist remind us every episode she's been on just how important these kind of relationships are that we have together. So everybody, please welcome our fabulous relationship specialist, Lori Ann Davis, back to the show today.
Woo!
Yay. Hi, Lori.
Hi. It's that unmute button. You got to find that unmute.
I know, you got to find it first.
I could have made a reel of that too.
I know, right?
Really, where's the button?
I know it. Lori, what's been your favorite part of being panelist?
I think it's being there live, like, and being able to interact with all of these inspirational people, and the fact that they've just been willing to be so vulnerable and open and share with us and inspire us. And it's just really been a pleasure to listen to their stories, to be able to interact with them, to be part of that, and to be inspired by it.
I agree too. There's lots of good stuff here. I think a resounding so far across the board is how much we've learned as well. So that's really, it's been exciting for us too. All of you guests that have been on, you've inspired us as well. So, and last but never least, we have our juicy girl here today. She's our Jane of all things, including but not limited to designer, photographer, meditation teacher, of course, hostess of the Canadian Social, and the one that quite honestly keeps us cracking up behind the scenes. Everybody, please welcome Tara Abram to the show again.
Woo! Juicy.
Oh my goodness.
Tara's excited today. Tara, what's been your favorite part of being on the show?
Well, I think you guys kind of hit it like the nail on the head. I think being part of a project like this and spreading these messages of positivity versus like all the negative stuff that we hear these days, it's been wonderful. It's been enjoyable to be part of. It's been a great energy. You guys have all been like so fun and fabulous, something that I look forward to. So, and you guys have done a great job with it. Thank you too so much. But yeah, I think it's just all of us coming together and just showing that these moments happen with people, and it just gives, I think, some inspiration and hope to others that are going through things. And perfect timing heading into the holiday season right now, so we can all feel happy.
Exactly.
I agree for sure. All right, Donna, it's time for our final hot topic of the season. What are we chatting about today?
In our final hot topic of season 1, episode 22, is going to be rolling with change, beginnings and endings. Now, how appropriate is that with this episode being only the end of season 1, not the end of the show. We will still be back next year, so I don't want to give that impression. So, what?
I mean, I think that First of all, this topic is really synchronistic for me because that was the first thing that I like put out there for people to buy was a little ebook that I wrote called Coping Through Change. And it was really kind of just leaning into some different tools and things that you could do in order to cope with the inevitable changes that happen. And change is something that's always been really, really, even though it's inevitable and it's natural, it's something that I've really struggled with in my life because I'm so airy in nature that I'm always like grasping for that longevity and the long-term relationships and being in one spot. Like I just need that sort of grounding. And so I love that I've kind of been able to view things in my life now, how we're viewing the show today. And that's that the season is ending, but the show isn't ending. Our friendships aren't ending. Our networking's not ending. And so just because one thing is over, it doesn't mean that everything has to be over. It's just sort of a newness that's happening. So that's my take on it. What about you, Donna?
Well, I agree. And I think that, and I agree too with the whole needing stability sometimes, growing up military and moving every 2 years in my life, and then making my husband move every 2 years shortly thereafter, bless his heart. But then he managed to ground me and make me, sit and stay in one place for, this is the longest I've lived anywhere. So all that is to say, change was all I always wanted. When are we going to hurry up and change? When are we going to hurry up and change? When are we going to hurry up and change? And now it's like, okay, now that I've been grounded into a place and now I've gotten grounded into something, now I don't like change anymore. And it's like, so then I hold on to stuff like, like I'm having a temper tantrum. And, but I also know that things need to change and evolve because we're changing and evolving too, right? So like the season's coming to an end for the breakthrough, but we have so many awesome opportunities coming up in season 2 that I won't give away, but things for you guys to look forward to. So even though I don't want the season 1 to end and I'm like holding on to it for dear life, going, no, don't go away. I'm also really excited for the changes that are going to be coming down the pipe as well. So it's kind of that mixed emotion going on. So,
See, and I love the fact of change because change means growth to me.
yeah.
Especially when it comes to something like this. So we've done season 1. It's coming to an end, and the new beginning of season 2 will just mean that we've grown into another season. We are growing. You're growing with your tech stuff. You're growing, we're growing as, now there's a website. We didn't have that for season 1. Right. So it's the growth that, I love looking forward to is seeing where we came from and the end of that and where the beginning is and how that's going to anticipating, how is that actually going to end? Like, how is season 2 going to end? Like, how are we going to be then? And that's, it's always going to be like one of those, okay, what can we improve on? Or what can we, what do we love the most about something? And that goes with anything in life too. And of course, I like, clearing the old and bringing in the new. So really.
You're holding true to how you are just for this topic too. We don't expect anything less from you, Heather.
Beautiful.
Jamad,
I'm okay with that.
Jamad, how do you feel about all of the change and beginnings and endings and all that fun stuff?
Interesting enough for me, my life is rolling with change. I've never known anything like what you all may call stability. I don't know what that is, but I would put it in a way like this. Everything has to change. Everything must change. Nothing will stay the same in this life ever. So it's one of those things that I think you can find stability in change because things can continue to get better and get better and get better. Sometimes they get a little worse, but then we get back on track and they get better and better and better again. So there's changes in that. Like you may find your home is stable, but your home is always changing, right? And then sometimes you may need to renovate that home because it's starting to get worse and worse and worse. So those are the things I roll with change because I love change because that's the only way something can get better, in my opinion. And well, to be honest, and I'm not crazy enough to think that something will stay the same forever either. So
yeah.
I've got to pause really quick to say hi to Linda, Daniel, Gwen, Siri, one of our past guests is joining us. I know that Crystal shared us out today as well. She's also one of our past guests. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. Please comment below. Let us know how you deal with change and all of that as well, because we want to be able to interact with you too. Lori, how do you deal with change in your life?
You know, I was thinking about when it's growth and we want that growth, that can be different. But what happens when life changes and it wasn't our idea? And maybe that change was sort of thrust on us. And then we have an opportunity, though, to still roll with that change, like Jamad was saying, and kind of look at what are the blessings in that change and what can, and what can come out of that. And a lot of times when we look back on those circumstances, we can go, oh, look at all the growth that happened and look at all the positive that came from that. The question is, though, can we find, even if it's a little bit, can we find that when we're in the midst of that change that's being thrust upon us when we're not necessarily on board with that change? And so when we can learn to do that, when we can learn to step back and say, maybe this isn't what I wanted, but what can I find good in it? What can I tap in that's good? How can I turn this around and make it into something positive? I think that is really powerful when we can, and even if we can just do it a little bit, then it's a powerful experience for us.
You know, earlier it was said that she's been on point all season. She's been on point.
It's
These are
true.
awesome, really.
It's true. I think we need a t-shirt in the shop that says like on point like Lori. Like
Yeah.
something.
Oh, we get to the blooper reel.
All right, Tara, bring us home with this topic. How are you deal with change in your life, and how do you feel about when changes happen? How do you deal with that?
Well, I think, Jamad's right. Everything's just constantly changing, right? So, and I just think it seems so fitting. I mean, it's coming up on the end of the year. And it's just, I'm ready. I'm ready for 2019. Like, I mean, I'm going to be present in December here and I'm going to enjoy each day, but I'm ready for it. So bring it.
Bring it on, Tara says. Bring it on. I think it's everybody's got such good perspectives about it, and I think that listening to all you guys again reminds me of one of the things that I've loved about this show is that we're all like pretty much on the same page, but everybody has such a unique way of looking at things, and that's one of the things that I've really enjoyed about the show as well, is just those different perspectives and different ways of life that we all come from, and so it's been one of the really cool things for me. So without further ado, you guys, I want to get into the big reason that we're here today, and that's to discuss how amazing season 1 was. And while all of us are chatting today, if you are watching this show, whether you're live or on the replay, again, make sure you've loved this video and you've shared it out, but we want to hear from you as well. What are some of your favorite episodes, favorite guests, favorite moments on the show, and your favorite aha moments, golden nuggets, or takeaways from the show? And that's what we're going to be discussing here today. So I loved, now I put together a reel of something that I'm going to share a little bit later, but I loved just how much fun we had. That was really, I couldn't sum anything up into one moment because there was so many things that I loved. But I think one of my favorite episodes was when we had Tamia on. Tamia Montessori was on, and she was talking about giving up. You guys remember that? And so I loved when she was on because we had so much fun that episode, but Jamad cracked me up the whole time. Like just like a wide-eyed child in a candy store, taking everything he could from Tamia. And I just loved it. There were so many good moments in that show. So that was the show that I loved as a whole. I think as far as guests go, I think I loved when Shoshana was on talking about PTSD, and also I'm going to mention too. So Shoshana and also Tina Hines, when both of them were on, because they dealt with some things that not necessarily talking about committing suicide and things like that, but about things that kind of take us to the edge. And I think that so many of us have been to that edge, and we may come across like we have it all together and that everything is just fine. And and knowing both of them a little bit outside of the show, I loved hearing those parts of their stories. And it just takes a lot. And Siri as well, when she was on, it takes a lot to be able to share those vulnerable moments of feeling like you're just ready to just give up, and dealing with mental illness and things like that. So I loved when they were on. I think biggest takeaway, I think, of the whole thing is just that we're not alone, for me. So Donna, tell us about some of your favorite stuff.
You took most of mine away. I was like, well, okay. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But you did bring up some really, really, really good ones, and they were some really big, had some really big impacts. I think not only for us on this, the panelists and us as hosts, but also for the audience out there, because there was some impacts there that could really help a lot of people. So, but for me, I guess one of my favorites was Miko. Am I saying his name right? Because he came on, and I think he was episode 2 or 3. I don't know. He was back in the beginning. And he came on, and it was so synchronistic, because I was at that point dealing with my fears of failure and things that hadn't come to pass that I had thought were going to come to pass in whether it was my business or home or whatever. And so for me, that was one of my biggest episodes, because I was actually going through it at that time. And the fact that he was a failed coach, and I thought that was really, really kind of cool. I was like, wow, somebody's, took that and ran with it. Why didn't I think of that? And so that was my favorite. My aha moment, again, would probably be within that one, because within that, I had to learn. He helped me to see that it was okay to fail, and to embrace your failures, and to plan to fail in the future. Be ready for that failure coming up, which is something that I don't think a lot of people think about, or I know I didn't think about. And so when he talked about that, I was like, plan for failure in the future? Who would want to do that? Who wants to fail again? So that was a really big aha moment for me, that it's okay to fail, and that you need to plan for those so that you can kind of see them coming. Did I cover all the questions?
You're doing great.
Okay.
You're doing awesome.
And then my favorite. Okay, so my favorite people, I love them all. I can't just say one. I love. There were little trinkets of every last one of them that I like. Tina, I loved her. Tina Hines, I loved her energy and her Caribbean, is Caribbeanness that she was trying to portray. I just don't even want to call it all you guys. I loved y'all's stories, the panelists. So yeah, I'm just going to go with I loved you all, and I would like to have you all back.
Donna's cheating.
I know. See, this is why. Okay, to digress for 2.5 seconds. So several of us are in a book club, and so last night, we met last night, and one of the questions that we had to answer was, do we want to win? Do we need somebody to win in order to lose, or need somebody to lose in order for us to win? And I was like, no, I want everybody to be winners. Well, that's how I feel about all the guests. I was like, I can't just pick one, because they all were good, and they all had very impactful, powerful stories. Mm-hmm. And as you probably all know, I probably cried on every last one of them. I did not count how many times I cried per episode. I really think Jessica's probably going to throw that in something later, but they all touched me very deeply. And so, yes, I did take the wimpy way out and
mm-hmm.
all of them.
That's okay. Somebody had to do it. Somebody had to do it. All right, Jamad, share with us, what are some of your favorite stuff from the show?
I'll say this. My favorite guest was probably y'all's first guest. That was probably the best guest in my opinion.
Wonder who that was.
For anyone who's watching,
But that was the guest I loved the most. So,
That's right.
That was Jamad.
right. So I will say this, I enjoyed this show deeply. I mean, the impact and the stories and just interesting enough, I'll tell you this, I may have conversed with Jessica like earlier on, like, I don't know, this year sometime. And we just found out that she was just ready to just go kick the world's ass and just do all the good stuff. And she has been going non-stop. So when she introduced this project to me and she was like, oh, I would love you to come on, be a panelist. I love your energy. I was like, wow, you see all that in little old me? I was so excited about it. So I will say this. I think it's so amazing that every guest brought something. We had a multi-millionaire guest on the show. So I don't know how y'all are finding these people or how you're getting them to come on in, but I like what you're doing. Keep bringing them millionaires around me. So I really think that is so rich and so amazing that the people are getting to see breakthroughs that everybody has had. And I think y'all have seen breakthroughs ongoing on this show. So, I'm so me, but I'm so excited about how this show has really kind of changed me in a way, and it's made me, I'm really happy just to be a part. I was so excited to meet you all and get to know you all over these last couple months. Donna, like, don't you just love her? Like, look, just, you know, she is like the best. So I will say this, I learned a whole lot. Y'all know who my favorite panelists were because I'm probably gonna buy t-shirts from all of them, you know. And the reason why I was so crazy about Tania was because, I don't know, she spoke my language. I really just enjoyed that. But she introduced me to a lot of new ideas that I hadn't even thought. Like give, you know, because I'm like, I came up with the concept like, okay, if I don't feel like fighting, I don't have to fight, you know. I could choose not to fight if I'm tired of fighting. But like, I can give up some of those bad habits too. So anyway, I could ramble on and on. There are other people we need to hear from. I know that I'm a fan of the show. That's really all I'm saying. And each moment I think was life-changing for a lot of people. Oh, one more thing, law of attraction thing. So I wanted to do a panel discussion show online years ago. And it was gonna be with some friends and it was gonna be called The Gaze. You know, like when you gaze out a window, right? You see the joke in that. Anywho, so it was gonna be like The View, but I'm so glad to be on The Breakthrough because you know what? The manifestation is about the feeling and y'all gave me that feeling. So thank you so much.
Look, now I'm not gonna start this. Heather, go.
oh my gosh, you guys are funny. Okay, so I know one of the ones that I liked the most was actually Betty Ann's when she was talking about veganism and bringing it to her kids as well. I think that's what hit me the most is because I'm vegetarian now. I'm wanting to go vegan. I'm wanting to like, but how do I impact that with my children? How do I like, you know, include them and do all that stuff? So I think from a educational purpose, that one definitely hit me. And then obviously Tania with her giving up, like that's like, we always say that, you know, we always think of it as a negative connotation to just give up, but the way she put it, like give up, whether it's, you know, your God, the spiritual wise, whoever is up to you, just give up to that. And that was like, wow. So I don't have to think of it as such a, like a failure. So like, even though failure is not a bad thing, but it's like, when you give up on something, it's like, you feel like, okay, I'm just tossing it aside. But when you give up, you're giving it to the higher source. Yeah. And I thought that was probably one of my biggest takeaways in the whole show is changing my mindset on it, on what it actually means when you give up something. And also I love Tina's as well because she has such an energy to her. Like there's just something about her. I remember, like, I can remember where I was sitting, like totally engulfed into everything she had to say, because there was just something about her that I was just like, wow, like you just have this presence to you that I want to like be around. So those are my favorite ones there. And yeah, and then obviously number one too, of course, because you know he brought so much energy to the entire thing. And Jamad, you always do bring energy actually to every episode that you're on, and it is actually quite entertaining every time you do like something that makes us laugh for sure.
Yeah. If you loved episode 1, put a heart below. All right.
Drop those hearts. Drop those hearts.
You better start dropping her down. All
Get
right.
me back
All right,
on.
Miss Lori. All right, Miss
Oh,
Lori.
so-
What are some of your favorites?
So I was going to say, of course, my favorite guest was no. I think as one of when I was trying to think back about all of the episodes, and it was what hit me the most from all of the guests was just everybody's vulnerability and how they were just so willing to be open to share, to help other people by talking about their journey. And I really love the idea of getting all these people on to be open and to share. And instead of trying to put anybody down, like it's just this whole show with all this positive energy of people trying to uplift each other. So that came across with everything. And then when Siri was talking, and she was talking about how she was at the very bottom, and one person and one act of kindness changed everything for her. And that just really hit home for me. It just made me think about how important it is, our day-to-day actions when we go about life, you know, whether it's somebody that we're a little extra kind to in the grocery store because the person in front of us was like really chewing them out, or, you know, with our clients, even if maybe we don't feel like we have the answer or we can solve everything for them, but can we connect with them? And maybe we don't even realize the impact that we're having on people's lives. And just to put that out there, just think about how different the world would be if everybody left their house every day or got on calls thinking, I'm just going to try to be there for somebody and see how I can support them. And I don't know, I don't know, that's the Aquarius in me, right? I loved that. And I loved that one person made such a difference. And so I loved that. And then for me personally, being part of this, I got to meet so many wonderful people, and I've added so many new friends to my repertoire. And, you know, my life is so crazy and so busy and doesn't have a lot of time for connections that I want sometimes. And so I guess I just want to thank everybody for allowing me to be part of that, because it's been really important in my life to have y'all in my life and to be able to have these connections with people, because otherwise I don't know that I would. You know, I can't take big chunks of time to go socialize out and about, but I can come do something that I feel like is beneficial, and I feel like I'm getting just probably more out of it than I'm even putting in. So I don't know, y'all were just really important to me. So thank you.
And I don't know if anyone has noticed that Jess and
I
Donna are
did.
both grabbing the
Sorry.
You're not supposed to be crying, Jess.
Oh, I'm noticing. I'm like watching them like, okay, I'm not only going to start crying because they're starting to cry.
It's like one of those things where somebody yawns and the next person yawns and the next person yawns. All right. As I mentioned on the intro, always last on the show to come on the show, but definitely never least, not in my book. And Tara, share with us about your favorite.
She leaves a huge impact.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, all the episodes were so good. Like they really, really were. One of the things that I loved was it seemed like I could find something relatable in every single guest that was up there. There was something about their story that there was just some parallel or something that was similar. So I really think that the variety of guests that were on this show, there's somebody out there that was that message for. And I just really, really love that. I have to say though, I like Teresa when she was on, and when she was like, "You can't take the California out of a girl," and talking about being down south. And that girl, she likes her music, and I like my music. So I loved that when I was like, "So did you change now? Are you growing in the country?" She's like, "No." I was like true to herself, right? So I don't know. That was like one of my things. Like it just always stuck out to me, that part with her. Obviously, I have to give a shout out to some of my soul sisters and colleagues, Genevieve and Crystal and Siri. So Shoshana, am I saying that right? So Shoshana. Every time I look at her, I'm like Shoshana. But I loved that episode. Effie last week, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Nicola and the hypnosis stuff, I could go on. But those were definitely some of my favorites. And yeah, it's been amazing. And I agree, Lori, like I wouldn't have met all of you guys. We wouldn't have these connections, and like the guests that have come on, it's been really amazing. Like I said, I know it's a show, but feels like a project, like where we've all kind of come together to help spread this positivity, this message. And it's just been wonderful to be a part of. So thank you.
Yay. And I want to make sure to, I'm going to go down each and every guest that we had. I want to verbally say your name here, because even if we didn't come out and say there's 22 episodes, guys, but like Donna said, each and every one of you, I want you to understand, if you were a guest on this show, you have impacted somebody's life somewhere. And even all of us that have been on the show, it's been incredible. So I want to quickly run down everybody's name, because I want you to understand how important you are. Jamad Kelly, of course, episode 1. Episode 2 was Lucinda Harmon. Episode 3, our own Heather Clark. 4 was our own Lori Ann Davis. Then we had Miha Matlievsky. We had Tara Abram, of course, Christy Warnick, Teresa Warren, Tina C. Hines, Suzanne Doolin, Shoshana Chaim, Genevieve Kahn, Betty Ann Tucker, Tamia Montessori, Siri Ridenauer, and I'm going to mess somebody up eventually. Jolianne, Claudette Gadsden, Cindy Trost, Crystal Cochran, Nicola Humber, and of course, finishing up with Effie last week. And it's just been crazy, incredible. So we thank all of you guys so much for being guests on, and we truly, truly enjoyed each and every one of your episodes so very much. And you've, like I said, impacted the world somewhere. Somebody somewhere, life is better because you touch them through this show. So
Ours was better. We had like our own Tony Robbins on here. We had our own Brene Browns on here. Really, to be honest, everybody on the show is just as good, if not better. Okay. Like I really think that, especially for this to be free to the public, and we have these types of people coming on sharing these life stories that have monumental. I'm done talking. Y'all get the point.
No, go ahead. We agree with you. And I think, it's not the easiest thing when we've got a vision to put out a show like this. It's not the easiest thing to get huge names like that on the show. And through this season, it's shown me that we don't need big names like that on this show to make an impact. We don't need that. We would, of course, would welcome it, but we can, each and every one of us, we don't have to have a book out. We don't have to be a speaker. We can be any person to affect the lives of somebody else. And I think that that's so important to remember. So we had so many powerful and just fun things, you guys. And what was even more fun were our tech glitches, bloopers, and behind the scenes moments of the show. And I had one fabulous time going through so much of our footage to check out all of the fun that we had. So if I want to make sure all of us are muted, and I'm going to go ahead and share a little video that I put together for everybody so we can have a couple laughs, because raise the vibe for a minute. Yes, whatever we're going to be, that's what we're going to be doing final show. So.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be fun.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yay.
And bloopers. Bloopers will be.
And bloopers, yeah. We don't have any of those. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we
You're on it every week.
Every week.
didn't yawn.
My name is Jessica Dugas. I'm an intuitive mentor and energy healer.
And my name is Donna Brown, and I'm a holistic wellness practitioner. And this is The Breakthrough. It's the spiritual view. That was kind of like when we were singing and dancing in my life.
We're going to try to not do that today, but I can't guarantee anything. See, the good news is on this show, everybody's in the green room except me and Donna. So the only one making the fool out of themselves in the beginning is us.
Good with that.
Yeah. And then usually Tara's putting comments down in the comments to get us even more giggly.
Oh, I know. And we can't.
Mention some of the stories that I'm using. But I really want to do that because like you can hold space with somebody and see their healing.
You muted yourself.
You muted yourself.
Universe was like, he's cut off.
People have called me this whole show. People have been calling me the entire time. Like I was
Because you telling their stories.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought I was already muted.
That's all right. That's all right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode. I will tell you something. It is. Let me make sure I am unmuted here. Welcome, welcome. Come on in. Our names are on the screen wrong right now, so I'm just gonna fix that really quickly. Let me tell you something. I think some of us are going to be very, very grateful in the next couple of days when Mercury goes direct. Can I get an amen? And if we're calm about it and ask for ask for things from a child. If we're calm about it and ask for what you want nicely, like my daughter just did with me, then we're more likely to attract those things that are calm. And for Heather Clark, our declutter coaching consultant, and Miss Tara Abram, our juicy, lovely.
You're like, I don't even know where I was going with that.
Mercury. I'm sorry. It's Mercury. It's all Mercury's fault. Okay. Back on track. I would encourage you guys to check out the links in the description of the video for all of us that are hosts, guests, panelists on the show, and visit the groups, visit the website. What I want to do. Let's try again.
Should we dance? Because we didn't play our song today.
We didn't. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode today.
I know y'all are shocked about that, but I cried.
let's all have gratitude for how much money Donna puts into the Kleenex company.
They are so thankful for me.
The whole set. I was so late in hair and makeup today. I didn't know if I was gonna make it to the show on time.
We gotta get a new hair and makeup person, you guys, because they're always keeping Jamad like way over time.
Hair and makeup takes me some time.
Could you imagine if we were in a real studio?
Oh, yeah, right.
It would not work out with this crew. Are you kidding me?
Before we used to catch them with like putting like a peanut on a string, and then they would come closer. But then if we started feeding them, then they would just poop all over the deck. So it was like, ew, go away. I don't know. Your little squirrel turns, which are kind of similar to mouse turns but bigger.
So then I can be like, Tara, where exactly do you keep your Pocahontas outfit?
Want me to show you?
We're going to be live when these questions are being asked. Just FYI.
Oh my goodness.
Breakthrough moments come in many ways.
Yes, they do.
So I think that's the part that I want to kind of leave people with from my perspective, is that you can lean on that and count on that. And that can make the shitty times like a lot less shitty. Sorry. But
I love that.
after show, we have to stop this. We have to stop.
No, I have to go pick up stone to go in my fairy garden for the wedding tomorrow.
That's going to be awesome.
I really loved listening to you because so much laughter. And
So my name is Jessica Dugas, intuitive mentor and energy healer.
And I'm Donna Brown, holistic wellness practitioner, and this has been The Breakthrough. Join Standard Time. See you next time. Bye
Bye,
for now.
everybody. Okay, I think I have like makeup all down my face.
I laughed so hard.
Oh my God, that was good. That was good.
It was a
Okay.
good laugh. I was putting that together while my children had been sleeping for a couple of mornings now, and I was just laughing. And there were so many more moments that we had, and just so much fun. And I just thank you guys for the fantastic laugh. It was really a good thing. Really a good thing. All right, guys. So let's move in and chat really quickly about 2019. I would love to just go around really fast and share what you have going on for 2019 or something that you're looking forward to. What do you have that you want to share about the year coming up? Donna, you start us off.
Well, Donna is, my business name is Sahiki Chai Wellness Services. Sahiki Chai Wellness Services. And what I'm actually working on and hoping and wanting to implement in May is a group called Energy for Life. Actually, Lori helped inspire me. I have to give props out to Lori on that one. She did inspire me to do that. But what I would like to do is, I am a bioenergetic practitioner, and I do bioenergetic scanning. And so that's working with energy. And so we don't work with diagnosis. We work with distortions within the body, not necessarily a diagnosis within the body. And so I want to be able to bring together a group called Energy for Life, and show people different ways that they can bring energy into their lives, not just necessarily with food or meditation, but just different. So it's going to be kind of a very broad spectrum of things, but then it's going to kind of narrow down a little bit. So that's kind of a tidbit of what Donna's got going on. And then I'll still be doing my scanning and my clients and all that. But that's my new thing. And then the show too. So that's my new stuff. So that's Donna.
Yay. Yeah, we definitely need to check out, and make sure you guys remember as we're going through that everybody has their links in the description of the video. So make sure you click on those so that you can follow everybody and see what they're up to. As for me, I'm doing a little bit of shifting in my business and doing a lot of focusing on the show next year. As Donna mentioned, we're going to be talking about that in just a few minutes and sharing a little bit more about what the show has coming up as well. But you can find me and all I'm up to at jessicadugas.com. Up next, Jamad, what do you have planned for 2019?
Well, of course, the empowerment coach is going to be empowering everybody all year long, right? But 9 is the number of purpose. So I want to help everybody focus on living their best life. So I will be releasing new courses next year, like the Live Your Best Life course. And also I will be selling my Jamadism t-shirts. So like, love yourself first. It's probably backwards as hell, but I guess if you turn the camera, like hold your phone and watch it in the mirror. Oh, I look good? Yes. Okay. So anyway, love yourself first is, you can buy the shirt now. And if you go to bit.ly/J Kelly Shop, J Kelly, Jamar Kelly, J Kelly Shop, all one word, you can get this and so much more. Just follow me, just like me now so you can know what I'm doing in 2019. Okay.
That's right. All right, Miss Heather, what do you have going on in 2019?
Well, I'm continuing the declutter group membership that I have, and where we literally, like a Zoom like this, we are decluttering together, whether it's decluttering our workload, decluttering our physical space, or anything like that. So I've got that still going for 2019 as well. I've enjoyed it with all the people that have been there so far, and I want to add more into it so that we can do it together. And also what I've actually added, but I didn't add, it kind of got added for me in my business, is actually decluttering workload from other business owners. So basically being project manager of certain areas and certain projects, and being that person that, okay, this isn't working, this is working, so yeah, so it's been awesome actually. And that I've actually started to realize that I've really enjoyed that. So that's what 2019 is coming for me as well. So yeah, and obviously you can find me in any of my links. So a rerun might be there, maybe. I don't know if I'll have time. We'll see.
I forgot to, well, I'll ask this in a minute. Lori, what do you have going on?
I have lots actually. So I'll still be working with singles and couples, individually. I have 2 books coming out. The beginning of the year, 2 new books coming out. And I have a new website coming out with a partner called Radical Love. That'll be coming out in January. And a project that I can't tell you about yet, but it's a really big project that I'm in negotiations with. So follow me so that when I can share, and if all this comes to pass, you'll be the first to know about it. So
And they have to follow you because you just put out that little surprise thing out there. So now you got everybody wondering, what's this
I
big
know.
surprise?
No, I wish I could say something yet, but I can't.
Yeah, they should follow so they can be on point like Lori.
That's right. I'm telling you that 5 minutes after the show, that t-shirt's going in the shop. Sarah.
Oh, and do you want me to show you? That'd be good.
Yes, let's do that. Jamad's lost it.
No, you was asking her about the Pocahontas outfit. She was like, "You want me to show you?" I laughed. I'm sorry, I'm taking up time. Leave me alone.
It's all the hairspray. The fumes are getting the best of him. All that hair and makeup, he spends too much time.
Speaking of Pocahontas, Tara, what do you have going on?
What has Pocahontas got going?
Pocahontas is going barefoot this year, and I'm taking my shoes right off.
Well, you can come join me. I'm the barefoot queen.
That's right, you are the barefoot queen. Oh my gosh, I have so much going on. I'm still working on a design project that I'm guessing is going to go into 2019. So until that's complete, I'm not doing any more of those. But I did just release some virtual meditation workshops, kind of on understanding your relationship with stress. So those have just gotten launched for December and will continue in the new year. So I'm excited to bring those virtually versus just in person, so I can reach more people. And it will be similar like this too, like a Zoom meet where we can come together. I've got the Canadian Social going on, and of course the Breakthrough, and hoping to put together at least one retreat. So we'll see.
That is exciting. So everybody's got such great stuff going on. So before I lead into what the Breakthrough has going on for next year, how many of our people that are here right now are coming back next year? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Who's coming back? Who's coming back?
I want to raise mine, but I haven't done my negotiating. No, I'm joking.
You haven't negotiated your contract with
He
us.
wants to raise.
Negotiating my contract.
We're waiting on that form, but that's an Aquarius.
I'm crazy busy right now. That's why I can't really talk about 2019.
Well, 2019 has a lot in store for the Breakthrough, as we've hinted out throughout the show. I'm going to quickly share a couple things with you guys so that you can see it while you're on the screen. First and foremost, the Breakthrough Show has its own Facebook page now, which you can find at facebook.com/Breakthrough Show. All of our episodes next year will still be streamed live on all of our websites or all of our Facebook pages, but you can also find it at facebook.com/Breakthrough Show. You'll be able to find all the episodes there. And throughout December and January, all of our season 1 episodes will be making its way onto that page as well. We also have our brand new website, which can be found at thebreakthroughshow.com. And we have lots of things going on there. First of all, this graphic right here, Donna's going to tell us a little bit about in just a minute, but you can also see that our episodes are streamed live right here every single week as well. So not just on Facebook, but on the website. You can see last week's episode. You can see that there are going to be some ads coming. We've got some sponsorship opportunities coming up. You can see lots of our episodes. You can click on connections as well and see links for everybody who has ever been involved with the show. And then we also have a shop, which is a lot of fun. We've got some t-shirts with our logos on it, as well as mugs and lots of other fun stuff. We've got kids stuff, and we've got some what we call show isms down here as well, which is some fun stuff from the show that are made into t-shirts that you want to, of course, take around with you wherever you go. So that's what we have going on with the website. Donna, would you like to share with everybody what we have going on, what we're looking for right now?
Well, yes, I will be happy to do that. We are actually looking for 2 different things. We're looking for a couple of more panelists for next year. So if you are interested in being a panelist for 2019 for season 2 and season 3, Jessica, I forgot to ask that, for 2019, we are taking applications. So, and they're due, the due date or the cutoff date for applications for the panelists is Friday, December the 14th. So you can go to our website, www.thebreakthroughshow.com, which also will be in the link, in the comments link. Jessica will put it down there for you. And as you can see from what she just showed you a minute ago, when you pull up the website, that's the first thing that you're going to see. So you just click there and go in and fill out the application. The second thing that we are looking for is guests for 2019. I think up to right now, we already have 6 guests.
7
guests lined up for 2019. So if you are interested, we would love to hear your story. We would love to have you on. So again, go to the Breakthrough, www.thebreakthroughshow.com, and fill out the guest application. So you're going to have a panelist application and a guest application. So if you're wanting to be a guest, make sure you click on the guest logo. I'll get it out in a minute, and fill out that application. And that we do not have a cutoff date for at this moment. So we'll be taking those into 2019. So
absolutely.
cool things we got going on to be a part of the Breakthrough.
That's right. And we also have, last thing I want to mention for you guys is our sponsorship opportunities. We have my oldest son actually is kind of interning with us right now. He's our show assistant now. Clay is his name, and he is working on all of our emails and a lot of our back end stuff. So it's really nice to take some of that off of Donna and I. And so we've got that going on, and we have some new tech things that we need to get and advertising and stuff like that. So if you go to thebreakthroughshow.com, there's a tab that says sponsorship, and we would love for you to be involved there. And I do want to point out that there is sponsorship for every level, starting from, even if you can't contribute financially to the show, we also have ways for you to contribute in other ways. So make sure you go there and check that out, because it's going to be something that everybody can be part of the Breakthrough family, and that's what we would love to see. So until next time, guys, that's it.
Alrighty.
Season 1 is over. That's it. That's all. That's it for season 1, guys.
Well, and season 2 will premiere February the 1st, 2019.
That's
time.
right.
12 p.m. Central Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we will see you guys in 2019 in February.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. So until next year, everybody, my name is Jessica Dugas, intuitive mentor and energy healer.
And my name is Donna Brown, holistic wellness practitioner. So till 2019, see you guys then. Bye for now.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.